Yep.
Good evening and welcome to TIO NTFL football action from TIO Stadium. Tonight we've got the girls under 18 preliminary final. My name's Stu Davis. I'm joined in commentary by Leith Waterbury. Welcome, Leith.
Well, thanks, Stu.
Yeah, it's obviously winner of this game goes into the grand final to face your Southern Districts Crocs next week, Leith, after you had a good win last week, obviously. So everything on the line tonight.
Yeah.
Should be a good contest.
Yeah, it should be. Dakota Petter-Holmes wins the ball there. Handball over by Tashani Graham.
So there's a whistle on the play here, and it's a Palmerston free kick. Yep. So Tashani Graham takes a hand pass. Oh no, it's just mixing it up between themselves down there. Picked up down there by Latoya McCoy. Tried to hand pass forward, but bit of pressure on the player picking up the ball, and no chance to get rid of it, and a ball up between just outside of half forward for Palmerston. Hit out one there by Dakota Petter-Holmes, and in tight. Tars looking to work the ball out. There's a loose tackle there, player thrown off the ball without possession. Sarah Lay it is, and she'll take the free kick towards the outer side of the ground, out into some space where there's a bit of a foot race on, but players overrun the ball, and now the pack of players following catch up with them, and it's caught in underneath. And I think someone's going to be penalised here for not getting rid of the ball. So a Palmerston free kick on the outer side of the ground, and Deirdre Barty it is with the free kick. She goes wide, and out wide there she finds Tracy Puruntatameri, who kicks now inside forward 50 with a long kick. In front was Ella Byatt, and the ball's forced to ground, but again there's a free kick, and it's a Waratah free kick this time, so no real advantage, but just the teams just trying to work field position on the outer side of the ground at the moment as Tars get a quick kick out of defence down to the wing area, and now a hook around the corner by Matalazzo gets it down towards half forward, and there's a one-on-one inside forward 50 here. Tars' first venture forward as the ball's now loose on the ground, but solid defence by Palmerston. See them work the ball out through the hands, and then a quick kick, and ball inside the centre square now as players trying to keep their footing and maintain possession of the ball, but again strong tackling, almost a whistle on the play, but play on's the call, and picked up by Tashani Graham for Palmerston, and she kicks long down towards half forward, and the ball just forced forward again by the Waratah's defence, and going off the ground out there was Madison Class for Palmerston, but just over the ball now, gets a quick hand pass forward, but again it's just a bit scrappy at the moment, waiting for the ball to come out. It does now, and now strong tackle on the play there, and that tackle will be rewarded, and again it's Tashani Graham, who's pretty prominent already, Leith.
Yeah, she's had a few possessions and really good play for Palmerston.
So the ball out wide, and it's Puruntatameri first to the ball out there, but can't pick it up on the first occasion, and she's robbed of the ball as Tars try to bring it out of defence, but again it's Graham intercepting there, and has a free player inboard, and she kicks over and finds her teammate Deshae McCoy. McCoy goes inside forward 50 now to Waratah's defenders in front. Crowd calling for holding the ball as the umpires give it plenty of time to come out, and again it's just wrapped up in the tackle there, and eventually we'll have a ball up between half forward and full forward for Palmerston. Still no score on the board in the early moments of this game. Picked up down there by Kavia Davis. She hooked it round the corner, but that one's bounced away in the right forward pocket and over the boundary line for a boundary throw-in. So no score on the board. The two teams have made pretty different paths to this game, Leith. Obviously Palmerston finished on top of the table and have only played the one final, which they lost, and Waratah coming from fifth, is that right?
Yeah, that's correct. Unfortunately for Palmerston, they've had 3 games where they've missed playing, so they had a bye in the last round, had a forfeit before that, and they had the week off, so it's a bit unlucky.
Yeah, So a bit rusty coming into the final series, but that's the advantage of getting the double chance, I suppose. You get the opportunity to have another crack, as we just saw the first score of the game, which was a long kick in and touch through for a behind, and Tars now bringing it to the grandstand side, and a nice mark taken here by Bonnie Peacock. Peacock looking to kick around the wing, but chopping in nicely was Latoya McCoy, taking that intercept mark for Palmerston. She looks to switch the ball back into the centre of the ground, and that's a beautiful pass, and finds Dakota Pettit-Holmes in a bit of space there, and she goes back and drives the ball in long towards the top of the goal square over the back. The mark's almost taken, just spilled out, but an opportunity here for Palmerston. Picked up, kick towards goal. It's going to fall just inside the goal line, but bounces through, and that's a terrific finish. And it was Ella Byatt, I think, that kicked that goal, and had a couple of players in front of her, had to get some elevation on it, but the goal square was vacant and bounced through for a goal. So first goal on the board for Palmerston.
It was a great switch of lanes there by Palmerston. Picked up Dakota Pettit-Holmes and then got it in long.
Yeah, and that's right, and a good finish. And of course, you get the ball in long and quickly, and puts the defenders under pressure. So with a loose ball in the forward line, Palmerston reacted best, and a goal on the board, and a good start for Palmerston after a pretty heavy defeat last week, and they're looking to bounce back and have another crack next week. This time it's Tars looking to bring the ball out of the centre, but unfortunately there for Sarah Lay, she just got caught with the ball and couldn't get it onto her boot. So it's Palmerston looking to go forward there, but overrun, and Tars now an opportunity out in some space. And it's Zarafa down here who picks up, swings around onto her left foot, drives the ball down towards half forward. Mark Spilt there running onto it for Palmerston was Chloe Lay, but Palmerston cleared out of defence, and again it's Pettit-Holmes who takes that mark and kicks further afield to Kavia Davis. She plays on, swings the ball around in towards half forward, and making good position in front there is Ella Byatt, the goal scorer from just before, takes a nice mark. She's looking to kick towards the top of the goal square, but that's a good intercept mark taken back there by Hensler for Waratah, and she moves the ball on quickly. She's got a couple of players in some space now, if they can just get their hands on the ball. Picked up by Matalozzo, who drives the ball straight down to the centre of the ground, and marks taken by Hannah Wilson right in the middle of the ground. Palmerston looking to move the ball on quickly. They've got some players in some space. Peacock picks up and kicks high and then chases after it herself, but plenty of Palmerston players coming in to help out, and Pettit-Holmes gets the quick kick forward, and just running in off the interchange bench was Caitlin John getting involved in the action, but the ball's forced out, and Pettit-Holmes just tries to tap it forward, but she's back in the action now and picks up. But plenty of players around the ball in there working hard as Chloe Lay for Tars, and the quick kick comes forward eventually, and the mark's taken by Natasha McAllister at half forward for Waratah. So first real opportunity for Tars to get it down in their scoring zone. The kick goes down, looking for Zarafa, I think, down there, but Palmerston, good work in defence through the hands, and a quick kick by Barty out towards centre half back, but Tars are going to be first to the ball as it's picked up down there by McAllister. She's eventually deemed to have disposed of the ball incorrectly, and the free kick is taken at half back by Gonanon for Palmerston. Ball loose in the centre square now as Tars work it through the hands, but quick kicks chopped off nicely down there by Puruntuta Mary, who kicks long down towards half forward. Ball goes over the back of the players there, and now picked up and driven into the ground was the Waratah player, and it was an illegal tackle according to the umpire, and Georgia Adams will take that free kick at half back. She looks to go short to the outer side of the ground, where her teammate Bonnie Peacock again is penalised for incorrect disposal of the ball, and it's Palmerston who will take the free kick down there to Shay McCoy, kick it down towards half forward. But Tars defenders are going to be first here inside their defensive 50, just towing the ball off the ground, trying to get it out of the danger area. But picked up nicely down there by Wilson, who kicks high towards the top of the goal square ball spills out towards the boundary line in the left forward pocket for Palmerston, but ball's kept in play, and Wilson's got it again. Has a quick kick towards goal, but just into the goal post on the near side, and a minor score only. So Palmerston been a bit more productive. They've had more of the field position, Leith, I think, and they've looked more like scoring.
Yeah, but Waratahs have had their opportunities. They've just taken a little bit too long. So here they go again. So they've got plenty of players here, so they've just got to move it.
So they've worked the ball down to the wing already on the outer side of the ground. The quick kick comes in, but Palmerston pretty well set up in defence behind the ball. Just a quick kick off the ground now, and picked up in there by Matalozzo again. Got a quick hand pass out, but some heavy body work, but Palmerston eventually get the quick kick forward into some space. Nicely taken there with one hand by Georgia Adams, but then got caught with the ball, and that's a good tackle by Latoya McCoy, who takes the free kick for Palmerston inside 50, and now an opportunity. Pettit Holmes runs into the open goal, swings it back nicely, and just got a bit of space over the back, ran onto it, and again a good finish by Dakota Pettit Holmes. And as we were just saying before, they've just been more efficient when they've gone forward, Lee.
Yeah, they certainly have. Waratahs have had their opportunities, but they just seem to break down across half forward. So, and Palmerston are using every opportunity they're making goals. So.
Yes, I know no real wind to speak of, no real scoring end, I wouldn't have thought, but it's Palmerston who've done all the scoring, 2 goals, 2 on the board, and Waratah yet to hit the scoreboard from their couple of forward entries. So I think the Palmerston coaching staff will be pretty happy with the way the game's opened up. Umpires just hit the deck there, but no problem. Play on's the call. And it's Zarafa in there reaching over, picks up the ball, breaks away eventually, and now kicks long on that left foot inside forward 50. Ball bounces inside 50, and but again Palmerston defenders reading it best, and they bring it away towards the grandstand side of the ground. It's near the boundary line now, and nicely chopped off in there by Gonanon for Palmerston. She follows up and gets a kick herself, but unfortunately that one's going to bounce over the boundary line and will be a Waratah free kick.
She's come all the way from fullback to make an effort on that ball, so it's really good work. Followed up her footy.
So Kalakis with the free kick for Tars. Kicks long over the head of the free player there, but was forced in the marking contest over the boundary line, and another boundary throw in. Just 2.5 minutes to go in this opening quarter as players get themselves in position ready for this boundary throw-in.
Unfortunately, it's a bit of a confusion for everyone because no boundary throw-ins all year until finals. So, yeah, everyone's trying to work out where they need to stand.
Bit of work to do on the training track.
Yeah.
So, Sian Murphy drove that ball long forward for Waratah, but again the bounce didn't favour her teammates, and went over the boundary line. And kicks brought in by Graham again for Palmerston. The ball's loose at half forward for Tars. Here's an opportunity, kicked off the ground down here by Adams. She followed up, but hit the deck, but play on's the call, and Tars another opportunity as Ali Adams runs in, finds a bit of space, gets a kick, but it's going to just bounce down towards the goal square, and Palmerston defenders working back hard in the last line of defence there, and eventually the ball spills over the boundary line and a boundary throw in. So yeah, gone on again. As you said, she's back on the full back line now, so covering a bit of ground, doing a bit of work. She's had a couple of important touches already. So from the throw in, Tars an opportunity, but the bounce of the ball favours Palmerston, but the quick kick comes out and it's chopped off down here by Ridley for Waratah. She got tackled and ball spilt free in that tackle, but now an opportunity for Tars on the right foot. The kick goes forward by Sian Murphy, and it's marked down there on the full forward line, just trying to pick up who it is, Leith, at the moment, but
23. Having a shot on goal. Well, 23 is good vision, like could have blazed away, but spotted up the forward that was sitting out there wide.
Yeah, so
and missed.
Yeah, just missed the set shot unfortunately for Tars, and just to the right hand side and through for a behind. So as the clock kicks down towards quarter time, it's Palmerston bring the ball in. Well read out there by Graham again for Palmerston. She played on quickly, kicked it long down the wing. It goes over the back of players there. Running onto it first for Tars is Stephanie Marshall. She's trying to control the ball on the ground now, but it's got a couple of teammates in there. That'll be a high tackle paid, and Isabella Cox will take that free kick. In fact, she won't, because the siren sounded. Ball's on the wing and no opportunity to score. So that's the end of the first quarter, a quarter which saw Palmerston make the most of their opportunities and open up a handy 13-point lead at quarter time.
Yeah.
So we'll just take a break now and be back for the second quarter.
Territorians are a hardy bunch. Hats off to you. Whether you're new or you've been here forever, we know what the weather can throw at us. That's why TIO Home Insurance covers your home for cyclone, storm surge and flood. It's good to know. And with the only contact centre, claims team and assessors based in the Territory, we're here when you need us most. TIO, we're for Territorians.
Kazali's Palmerston Club. Come and check out our cafe, open 7 days a week. Our kids club is open Wednesday to Sunday nights, including weekend lunchtime. Enjoy hot meals with nightly specials at the bistro, or cold drinks at the sports bar. Feeling lucky? Have a go at the latest machines in our gaming lounge, or grab your mates for a round of pool. Family gatherings or casual meetings, we have something for everyone. Kazali's Palmerston Club, making a difference.
Love exploring the Territory? If you do, it's good to know that with TIO Comprehensive Car Insurance, if you have an accident covered by your policy, we're here to help with the reasonable costs of towing, as well as your additional emergency accommodation and travelling costs. So get out there and explore. Get a quote today. TIO, we're for Territorians.
AFL Northern Territory would like to remind spectators that congregating at the team huddles is not permitted during the breaks.
Welcome back to AFLNT's coverage of the 2021 TIO NTFL season from TIO Stadium here in Darwin. This is the preliminary final of the girls under-18 competition, and the minor premiers Palmerston up against Waratah, who finished in 5th place, and Palmerston have a handy 13-point lead at quarter time as play gets underway again in the second quarter, and Palmerston already looking to advance the ball down to their forward line, picked up down there by Kavir Davis, but she tried to duck around a couple of players but got caught with the ball, and now ball loose on the ground, picked up by McCoy, but she's tackled with the ball, and just a pack of players around Puruntatameri gets a toe to the ball, gets it out into some space where it's picked up by Pettit Holmes. She's tackled but tries to get it on her left boot, just dribbled off there, and quick hand pass forward by Hannah Wilson, but there's a free kick being paid to Palmerston. It's going to Dakota Pettit Holmes, and she kicks the ball long straight down the middle of the ground, and working her way to position over the back down there was Wilson for Palmerston, but just couldn't take the mark, and Tars looking to clear out of defence now, but they're under plenty of pressure from the Palmerston players who've stayed in the vicinity. Quick kick, hand pass comes out, and a kick towards goal by McCoy there, but just dragged it a bit, and it's bounced over the boundary line, and a boundary throw in the left forward pocket. So it's Palmerston kicking to the airport end of the ground of TIO Stadium in this second quarter, and they've got the ball deep in their forward line, and have an opportunity from this stoppage as the boundary throw-in comes in. The ball slips over the back, picked up down there by Wilson, whose quick kick is taken and kicked forward. The bounce over the top of the Tars player down there in Lily Tastula, but she manages to get control of the ball and carry it over for a rush behind, and now she's bringing the ball into play with 3 bounces and then kicks outside of defensive 50, and that's a great mark taken down there.
Sarah Lay.
Sarah Lay, yeah. So just in some traffic there, and now she plays on. The kick's not her best, but she'll follow it up, and just towed off the ground cleverly by Charlie Brady there for Palmerston, and she's followed up again. She's in the action. It's picked up and hand pass forward by Ella Byatt, but again it's Tars strong in defence, bringing it outside of their defensive 50, and now they've got an opportunity on the wing. If they could just get it forward, they've got a couple of players loose forward of the ball, but it didn't work out that way, and Palmerston thump it back in again through Pettit Holmes, but again a great mark taken down here, and Tars work it out round towards the wing on the grandstand side. The Waratah player thrown out of the contest there, Finch, but play on was the call, and now at half forward it's Sarah Rankins trying to get the hand pass forward, but it was smothered over the boundary line, and a boundary throw in once again. So from that boundary throw in, Pettit Holmes involved doing the ruck work for Palmerston, but again a stack of players around the ball. They're just wrestling for it now, and now it spills free. Zarafa for Tars runs onto it, breaks past a tackle and kicks the ball long down towards half forward, and finds a teammate down there in Sian Murphy. Murphy's got a player free in the corridor and kicks it across that way, and that's Sydney Finch. He runs onto it and kicks long down towards the goal square. It's bouncing, and player foot race to get there. Now it's picked up, and a quick snap at goal.
Chloe
Looks pretty
Lai.
good. It's Chloe Lai. You're right, Leith, and that's the goal that Waratah have been looking for, and I think the difference probably was they got it into some space and moved the ball quickly, and just gave their forwards an opportunity in one-on-one contest to run onto it, and they were clean with the hands, got the ball on the boot, and a good finish.
Yeah, 3 kicks to goal, and they scored. So
yeah, and it sort of started from defence where Kira Zarafa broke out and kicked long and over the pack of players, and just opened the game up, didn't it?
Certainly did.
So let's evened the contest up. We're back to an 8-point game, and from the restart, Tars first hands on the ball in the centre of the ground, looking to win that clearance forward, and they do now through Georgia Adams, but kick just went sideways, and Puruntatameri in there for Palmerston. But Georgia Adams again picks up this time, hand passes back to Zarafa. She couldn't take it cleanly on the first occasion. She's working hard over the ball now, and under plenty of pressure from Puruntatameri. And eventually the ball squirts out sideways, and now an opportunity for Purinchatamira to get a quick kick forward. Use of the hands there was illegal, and that was fair enough, and a free kick going to Michaela Ridley for Waratah. She sees Zarafa in a bit of space down towards half forward. The ball's bouncing her way now, and again she tries to break the tackle but couldn't do so. Got the hand pass inboard and towed off the ground cleverly by Matalozzo down there, but Palmerston players got there first. Hand pass comes across, and Madison Class tried to duck back inside but got caught with the ball, and
Sarah Lay again.
So she's seen Zarafa in some space, juggled the mark but took it nicely in the end, and she'll kick long from on the paint of 50, and the ball down towards the goal square. There's a pushing free kick here, and it's going to go Palmerston's way, deep in defence down there, and it's gone on again, who switches the ball to the outer side of the ground where she's got her teammate running onto the ball, Tashana Graham. Just hand passes in front of herself, goes back to try to pick it up but couldn't take it cleanly, but Madison Class comes in to lend assistance, and she kicks forward nicely, picked up there on the run by Kavia Davis, and kicks long down towards centre half forward in the marking contest again. It's Waratah standing strong in defence, and the clearing kick, but only as far as the Palmerston player down here in Ambiram, whose kick goes down to a teammate in Kavia Davis, but she's penalised, and it's Tars who bring it out of defence through Ridley, but this one's chopped off by Renee Nichols, and Nichols kicks nicely down towards half forward. Getting on the end of it for Palmerston is Ambiram between wing and half forward. A long kick goes down towards the 50-metre line, but again, good defence by Ridley from Tars, and they're looking to chip the ball around the grandstand wing, and a nice mark taken here by Kalakis for Waratah, just backward of centre wing in front of the grandstand. She's kicked to where there was a couple of Palmerston players waiting. The mark couldn't be taken, and now players swarm in over the ball, just forced forward there by McCoy for Palmerston. Running strong out of defence is Tastula for Waratah, but overran the ball eventually. Reaching in and picking it up, kicking forward was Ridley, but her kick was smothered, and again, ball loose on the ground, and strong work by Ambiram forced the ball forward at another 5 or 10 metres. Tastula picks it up, she gets tackled and thrown to the ground, and now eventually a quick kick forward, and Palmerston the opportunity down there through Alviani, but now a chance running onto goal. The kick's bouncing towards goal. It's going to bounce back in. It is. It's gone through, and Caitlin Jong that was, who probably got the benefit of a fortunate bounce, but she did the work to get into space behind and kicked it forward, and it just cleared the line and through for a goal. They'd be pretty happy with that.
It was a nice little grubber right-hand turn there for her. Must have been training with Eddie Betts.
Yeah, certainly had some work on it. It looked like going right across the face of goal, but just ducked back in. So Palmerston even up the ledger for the quarter, and just stretch that lead back out again to 14 points. As we wait for players to get set up for the restart. Palmerston players a bit confused about where they should be, so this will be a caution, I think, for not being set up properly, and play will get underway now. So it's Tars who are looking to break out of the centre. The hand pass forward by Bronte Zarafa, but Palmerston chopped it off, and now an opportunity at half forward. Oh, good use of the body down there by Ridley for Tars, and then picked up, kicked the ball towards the centre of the ground, but there's a free kick being paid here to Caitlin Jong, who just kicked that last goal. She was held without the ball, so just waiting for the ball to get back to her to take that free kick. Just at the forward line of the centre square, she kicks straight down the ground. It goes over the head of the pack of players down there. And, oh, good use of the body and good hands. And now running into the open goal, kicks towards goal. That's a great finish. I think it was Tanisha Wilson that time. And, yeah, just terrific body work. And then used the space that she'd created for herself and took a couple of steps to steady and kicked truly towards goal. That was a great goal, Leith.
Yeah, that certainly was.
So
Palmerston have definitely skipped away now. They're making the most of their opportunities.
Yeah, they are, and just some clever body work down there, and a great finish once again. So after Tars started the quarter pretty strongly, kicked the opening goal, Palmerston have bounced back, and here they've got another opportunity. Ambrium runs out of the centre with the clearing kick, but chopped off across half-back by Tastula, who's done a power of work in defence for Tars so far today. She's kicked the ball a couple of times off the ground, now picks up, swings back inside, kicks high, and the ball's made its way to the outer wing, but Puran Tatameri with a bit of volleyball work out there, and then shows the ball and ducks back inside, kicks it inboard where Ambrium has some space, and she's kicked inside forward 50 now. Another opportunity for Palmerston here if they can pick up cleanly. Oh, clever hand pass and a kick towards goal, but this one's not going to come back, and I think it's going to be juggled over the line for
Ria Salvarani. Nelly got a...
Yeah. And Riley Lapira, it was doing the defensive work for Tars, but just juggled it over the line, so it's through for a behind. And bringing the ball back in again is Tastula. She's went to run out of the defence of the goal square, but was called back. This time she run to the grandstand side of the ground with a couple of bounces and kicks high to the advantage of her teammate down there in Hensler, who copped some front-on contact in the marking contest, so she'll get the free kick. And she's looking to bring the ball around the wing again. But, set up nicely behind the play there was Deirdre Barty as she chopped it off and kicked it down where Hensler took the mark again and played on straight away, kicks long, and now the ball's over the back. Here's an opportunity if they can get their hands on it and get it in quickly. Just lost her footing there was Chloe Lay, but free kick's been found. It's going her way, and Waratah's players are streaming forward. Hand passes across here to Finch. Finch kicks long, and now the ball slipped out the back, but a strong tackle in defence by Gonanon, and but a free kick's been paid. It was an illegal tackle according to the umpire, and Natasha McAllister will take the free kick. She'll be kicking from about 20 metres out, pretty much directly in front, and kicks on the way. It's just slipped off the side of the boot and bounced through for a behind, unfortunately for Waratah. As the clock winds down towards half-time, it would have been a handy goal to get, but of course the ball stays in their forward area for the time being. So Palmerston looking to bring the ball out of defence. That's a good kick and a nice mark taken by Tashani Graham on the outer side. She swings the ball around where Pettit Holmes has made some ground, and she advances the ball towards the centre wing, but it's chopped off down there by Hannah Wilson for Waratah, and her kick's pretty good and found her teammate down there in Murphy. She hand passes off to Zarafa. Zarafa now swings around, runs inside forward 50, kicks long towards the goal square. Good work by the Palmerston defenders working back, but the ball's still loose on the ground, and Tars desperately trying to get their hands on the ball to get a quick shot at goal before the siren goes to end this quarter, but the quick kick out from Palmerston is chopped off, and Hannah Wilson takes the mark about 40 metres out from goal. She just chips it up towards the top of the goal square. In the marking contest, the ball spills forward, kicked off the ground by Sophie Matalazzo, but unfortunately it's just trickled over the boundary line, and it'll be a boundary throw in the right forward pocket for Waratah, and they'd be hoping to be able to get their hands on the ball here and get a snap at goal just before half time. So from the throw in, as Tars get their hands on the ball, Zarafa trying to break through now. She breaks a couple of tackles, but got held up, got a boot to the ball. Here's an opportunity, but again it's Lay. Her kick's smothered, and Palmerston desperately working overtime in defence, managed to prevent Tars from getting a clear shot on goal, and that ends the first half, and a pretty entertaining game of football in the girls under 18 preliminary final. But it's Palmerston once again who've won the quarter, 2-1, and just stretch that lead out to 20 points, Leith. And but you wouldn't say that Waratah are out of the game, would you, at this stage?
Definitely not. After they came from behind to beat Saints last week, right on the siren, so you would definitely not put Waratahs out of this contest. They definitely can move the ball. They just seem to break down across that half-forward line, and a bit more hard work, and they get it through the goals or get back in this game.
Yeah, so we look forward to the second half and to see if Waratah can close that gap and, as Leith said, get themselves toward an opportunity to nudge in front towards the end of the game. So we'll be back after the half-time break.
You know Territorians are a hardy bunch. Hats off to you. Whether you're new or you've been here forever, we know what the weather can throw at us. That's why TIO Home Insurance covers your home for cyclone, storm surge and flood. It's good to know. And with the only contact centre, claims team and assessors based in the Territory, we're here when you need us most. TIO, we're for Territorians.
Absolutely zero.
Zero.
Yeah, definitely.
It has to be zero.
Yes.
Yep.
Absolutely.
I don't think that's asking too much.
Domestic violence is everybody's business.
And it's not just the physical abuse, it's the things we don't see.
It is hurting our families. It is killing our families.
A lot of people have been silent to this fact, and I think it's about time we all speak up together and say no more to this form of abuse.
No more.
No more. No more family violence.
No more to the family violence.
No more. No more.
No more.
Listen up, kids.
Make school your story.
Help you succeed and rise to glory.
Safe to go to school.
So go the distance. Attend every day. Learn and listen. School holiday rockin' we love a break.
Time with friends and family is always right.
When it's time for school, don't get slack.
It's safe to go to school. Can't wait to get back. So don't cut corners.
Do the full term. It's safe to go to school and it's time to learn. So don't cut corners. Do the full term. Make school your story and it's time to learn.
School returns February 2021. Written and authorised by the Northern Territory Government.
At Muzzbuzz, keep cool this summer with our new range of frappes, including cookies and cream, chai and matcha. You can also enjoy our totally scrumptious range of food and snacks. Australian owned and operated. Muzzbuzz, great coffee is just the beginning.
On Territory roads, anything can happen. So you need to drive to the conditions. Speeding can get you into all sorts of trouble. Dirt roads aren't just dusty. When it's hard to see, they're dangerous. At water crossings, remember, you're driving a motor car, not a boat. High water can be deep trouble. All sorts of animals can be on the road, so watch out. And if the weather is bad, slow down, you mob. Drive to the conditions and arrive in good condition.
The time to kickstart your business is now. Get your message across with the experienced local TV production team at Kick Digital. Cost effective, rapid turnaround, exceptional service. Kick Digital, television production, energised.
CFS Schoolwear is the perfect choice for quality custom-made school uniforms, ideal for all school-related activities. 50 or 500 students, we have what you need. Contact CFS Gear for your free CFS Schoolwear quote today.
Vaccinate. To protect our players.
To protect our coaches.
To protect our umpires.
To protect our supporters.
To protect our game.
Head to the Danila Dilba website for more information.
Getting my hands on the footy and just being with my mates.
I like being outdoors. It just makes me happy. I don't like it when I get yelled at.
It's pretty embarrassing when someone's shouting at you halfway through the game.
It makes me feel like I'm useless and I can't do anything.
We're just kids.
We're just here to have fun.
Let us do what we love.
Just let kids be kids.
Love exploring the Territory? If you do, it's good to know that with TIO Comprehensive Car Insurance, if you have an accident covered by your policy, we're here to help with the reasonable costs of towing, as well as your additional emergency accommodation and travelling costs. So get out there and explore. Get a quote today. TIO, we're for Territorians.
AFL Northern Territory would like to remind spectators that congregating at the team huddles is not permitted during the breaks.
Welcome back to TIO Stadium as this under 18 girls preliminary final in the TIO NTFL competition gets underway for the second half. Just waiting for the ground to clear from those that were out on it in the half-time break. But it's the preliminary final. The winner goes through to the grand final next week to play Southern Districts, and at this stage it's Palmerston who hold a 20-point lead, 4-4 to Waratah, 1-2. But as we were saying before, the break for half-time, TAR's certainly not out of the game, and they've shown that they can take the ball forward and score when they get the opportunity. But the ball's just forward of centre for TAR's now, as there's a pack of players around the ball. The hand pass squirted out by Pettit Holmes down, but a quick kick goes inside forward 50 for TAR's, but good defensive work down there from Palmerston, but the kick's chopped off and Ridley takes the intercept mark for TAR's. She's looking wide where she's got a couple of players, including Waratah, who swings round back onto her left foot now and kicks down towards the boundary line. That one's going to beat all players over the line, I think, just inside the forward 50, so it'll be a boundary throw in. And Lethe said haven't used boundary umpires all year in the under 18 competition, is that right? So
no, they haven't, and then they've used them throughout the final series, so a little bit confusing, but I'm sure the girls will work it out.
So it's just normally a throw up from the umpire, is that right?
Yeah, so bring it in, the umpire will ball it up, and then outside 50 it'll be a free kick. So
yep. So the free kick outside 50 is standard women's football rules, of course, but it's TAR's who've got the ball inside their forward 50, and Palmerston just defending with a quick kick out of there by Barty, gets it outside a defensive 50, but Waratah lurking out there again. She chipped it back inboard, and now
great smother,
and unfortunately the kick forward was a bit hurried by Murphy and just found its way over the boundary line, but it was Renee Nichols again in defence for Palmerston, who's had a couple of good touches early in this third quarter, and now looks like she's lining up to do the ruck work here. As she wins that hit out, hits it into space in the corridor, but Tarza first there. The hand pass comes back, misses the target, and McCoy gets a quick kick forward for Palmerston down towards the centre square. Good use of the body down there by Bronte Zarafa, and she kicks the ball out and chases it up herself towards the boundary line on the outer side, but the kick back inboard, and Tars fighting hard for the ball on the ground. Good use of the hands, and now again a hand pass forward, but Palmerston strong across half back, and the kick comes out into the centre square. It's picked up down here for Palmerston by Deshae McCoy, and now they've kicked the ball forward, but as it's gone into space, Tars were first back, but Palmerston now working back over the ball, and a hand pass laterally gives them an opportunity to go forward. McCoy again picks up the ball. She's caught with it this time and doesn't dispose of it properly, and it's a Waratah free kick going to Kalakis at half back. She's kicks wide looking for Zarafa, who will swing onto the left foot as usual, but she's caught this time, gets a hand pass inboard to Hannah Wilson, whose kick advances down towards half forward for Tars. Strong clash of bodies, but the ball squirts out, and again working hard in defence is Rennie Nichols for Palmerston, and this time good marks taken by Latoya McCoy. She swings wide and finds out wide there Deshae McCoy. McCoy's kick comes down towards half forward, but no one can take clean possession at this stage as the ball swings out wide. Now there's a pack of players over the ball, and that doesn't look like it's coming out in a hurry. In fact, the first player on top of the ball is going to be penalised here.
It's fairly unlucky there, and probably going to be 50.
50-metre penalty for letting the ball drop straight to the ground, and that's a huge penalty from just outside of the 50-metre arc. Yeah, it was a bit unlucky. The players were in pretty quickly over the top, weren't they?
Yeah. Waratah's forwards just need to work a bit harder, get in front of their defender, and you know they had the ball in there enough.
So this the 50-metre penalty will bring this right down to the top of the goal square, and it's McCoy who has the shot at goal, makes no mistake, and straight through for a handy start to the third quarter for Palmerston. Deshae McCoy there, who got the was the beneficiary of the 50-metre penalty after being awarded the free kick with the player caught under the pack, and yeah, just not really what Waratah were looking for as they try to get their way back into the game and keep their season rolling after tonight. So that's a pretty handy lead of 26 points now. So the Waratah player just a fraction tardy coming in for that centre bounce, but a warning, and we're underway again as it's Pettit Holmes who picks the ball up at the defensive side of the centre circle. She tried to hand pass forward, but only got it into a pack of players. There's a whistle blown here for a tackle off the ball, and it's Lily Tastula who'll take that free kick, and she's had a pretty strong game tonight in defence for Tars. In fact, looks like she's been thrown into the middle for this third quarter to just get the ball moving forward for them, and she looks to kick to the outer side of the ground. Well read out there by Tashani Graham. Couldn't take the mark, but then towed the ball in front of her, and Zarafa came across, Kira Zarafa came across and put the pressure on. There's use of the body out there, but a free kick's been paid off the ball, and that's going against Zarafa, and Palmerston, nice use of the ball out wide, and Byatt takes the mark in front of the scoreboard on the outer side of the ground. Chips the ball down towards the 50-metre line. Ball's loose on the ground and picked up down there by Sarah Lay, but she got rid of the ball and then got tackled, and so she'll take the free kick. at half-back for Tars. Looking to move the ball quickly, but she's gone very wide, and her teammate out there in Matalazzo just couldn't quite get to it before it floated out on the full. So it's a Palmerston free kick on the outer wing. Ball high down towards 50-metre line, but it's Tars who tidy up across half-back down there. Quick hands forward by Charlie Brady, and now Palmerston with an opportunity with the ball in some space. Running onto it down here is Ella Byatt. She kicks long towards the goal square, but that's gone to the advantage of the Waratah defender who got bundled over. It's picked up nicely and kicked forward by Wilson, and Sarah Rankins, who's on the end of that, takes the mark, and she'll have an opportunity with a set shot from only about 15 metres out on about a 45-degree angle, kicking for goal at the Michael Long centre end, and kicks on the way now. She's pushed that one across the face of goal, and in fact it's going all the way across and out of bounds on the full, so a bit of a let-off there from for Waratah, who looking to no doubt move this ball quickly and get it to the other end of the ground and give themselves a chance to score, to keep themselves right in the contest. So it's a long kick out of defence going out close to the boundary line, but first to it there for Palmerston was Pettit Holmes. She just let it go over the line, and she'll be the beneficiary of a free kick here. She's looking to centre the ball, and that's a good pass. Getting onto that was Kavia Davis, just couldn't hold the mark, but she's still in the action, gets a quick kick out into some space, and Graham in there gets a hand pass forward to the advantage of her teammate McCoy, but Palmerston, Waratah defenders working hard, eventually get a quick kick out. It's taken there by Georgia Adams. She tried to kick the ball and then got slung to the ground, so it's going to be her free kick at half-back for Tars. She's got a couple of players wide if she wants to go this way, but she just kicked that to the advantage of Charlie Brady for Palmerston, who read it well and took the mark, and now kicks in towards half-forward. Oh, mark almost taken there, but good defensive work again by Ridley for Tars, but she was tackled as she got the kick, and now kick forward by Kavia Davis, and an opportunity down here for Byatt for Palmerston. She picks up now, kicks the ball down towards goal. It's bouncing in the goal square, but running back hard in defence for Tars was Abigail Hensler, and she forced it through for a rush behind, so a potential goal saved there.
Definitely, that's good defensive work by getting that ball through early, which is always seen in the under-18s that they try to play on. So
it's Hensler who brings it out of defence and kicks to the outer side of the ground, and taken on the bounce there by Matalozzo. Swings back inboard and now kicks long into some space, and now a chance for Tars. Running onto the ball was McAllister, who chipped the ball forward, but Zarafa now has picked up and broken away from a couple of opponents. She has a bounce, kicks long, she's got a player in some space down there, and the mark's taken, and there's a free player in the goal square if she turns around quickly, but Zali Adams is just going back now, and now she gets the kick in, but it's got to come back because she wasn't on the correct angle, so yeah, perhaps an opportunity missed there. I don't know if
bit of pressure
Georgia
now.
Adams
She
was
better
calling.
kick it. Better kick it.
I don't know if Georgia Adams was calling for. She's hand passed off to Zarafa, who tries to break a tackle. She breaks one, tries to break that second one, and then got the hand pass inboard. But again, there's a free kick here, and again it's going Waratah's way, but this time it's Bonnie Peacock, and she'll be kicking from a reasonably tight angle, but about 25 out. The kick's on its way, looks pretty good. Her teammates like it in the goal square, and it's gone straight through for a goal. So that's the one that they were looking for in response, and a good goal to Peacock.
Yeah, it seems that Waratah's very Kiara Zarafa focused. Maybe they need to start looking at the players that are a bit free around, because obviously Palmerston are picking up on that as well.
Yeah, that's right. And of course, she's a strong player with Premier League experience, and it's probably pretty natural to try and get her involved as much as possible. But there are other avenues, as you say, and yeah. So, but nonetheless, that's a handy goal for Waratah, and
Waratahs have got too many in the forward line here.
So this will be a free kick. There's been a couple of warnings already, so players are a bit confused, but it's Pettit Holmes who'll take the free kick, being the player in the ruck. She kicks it down towards half forward now, streaming out of defence. Good use of the ball, and a quick kick by Matalozzo around the corner down to inside the forward of centre, and bounce didn't favour Zarafa that time. There's a free kick being played for player being held, and just sorting out. It is a TAR's free kick, and they go inside forward 50 again here. The ball spills free. It's, the Palmerston defenders come in. Gonanon gets a quick kick out wide, but it's only Waratah players out there, hooked around the corner by Tastula, but her kick's chopped off in defence by Tashani Graham, and there's a 50-metre penalty as well, so that won't help Waratah's cause as Tashani Graham gets marched down basically to the centre of the ground, and she'll just settle things down for Palmerston here. She kicks towards the outer side. McCoy reaches in with one hand, couldn't take the mark. Ball spills free, but it's Deshane McCoy involved again. Tries to tap it forward, kicked off the ground by Byatt, and now ball's out towards defensive back pocket for Waratah as it's hand passed forward by Sarah Lay, and player on the ground, but the ball's gone out of bounds. No, it's a free kick. It's going to be Sarah Lay, in fact, who'll take that free kick in the back pocket for Tars. She kicks it long outside of defensive 50 now, but reading it well on the bounce was Tashani Graham. Hooks the ball high towards the boundary line. It's bounced just inside and stayed inside. McCoy gets a quick kick forward as she's bundled over. Some defensive work by Lapira for Tars, and eventually they get the kick out around towards the wing. Running onto it out there is Chloe Lay, but couldn't control it. Zarafa's in there to help, and also Tastula, but Tars eventually hooked the kick out, but that one's well read and chopped off, and Brady takes that mark and now kicks the ball in towards half forward. The ball slips over the back. Here's an opportunity for Byatt running onto it, but has a kick down as teammate takes the mark, but was beaten by the siren, so won't go back and take the kick. So Tars had some opportunities, but just didn't make up any ground on the scoreboard, really, Leith.
No, they've gone back by a point, really. So Palmerston kicking two goals, one to Waratah's one goal. So just seems that their forwards aren't staying connected with their midfield. So.
Yeah, so it's Waratah with all the work to do in the last quarter as we go to the three-quarter time break. We'll be back shortly.
You know Territorians are a hardy bunch. Hats off to you. Whether you're new or you've been here forever, we know what the weather can throw at us. That's why TIO Home Insurance covers your home for cyclone, storm surge and flood. It's good to know. And with the only contact centre, claims team and assessors based in the Territory, we're here when you need us most. TIO, we're for Territorians.
Kazali's Palmerston Club. Come and check out our cafe, open 7 days a week. Our kids club is open Wednesday to Sunday nights, including weekend lunchtime. Enjoy hot meals with nightly specials at the bistro or cold drinks at the sports bar. Feeling lucky? Have a go at the latest machines in our gaming lounge or grab your mates for a round of pool. Family gatherings or casual meetings, we have something for everyone. Kazali's Palmerston Club, making a difference.
Love exploring the Territory? If you do, it's good to know that with TIO Comprehensive Car Insurance, if you have an accident covered by your policy, we're here to help with the reasonable costs of towing, as well as your additional emergency accommodation and travelling costs. So get out there and explore. Get a quote today. TIO, we're for Territorians.
AFL Northern Territory would like to remind spectators that congregating at the team huddles is not permitted during the breaks.
Welcome back to TIO Stadium for AFL NT's coverage of the 2021-22 NTFL Final Series. This is the Under-18 Girls Preliminary Final. We're about to start the last quarter, and at this stage it's looking like Palmerston are front runners to make their way to the grand final to take on Southern Districts next week. My name's Stu Davis. I'm joined by Leith Waterbury in the commentary, and Leith, obviously you have a connection with Southern Districts and looking on pretty interestedly tonight.
Yeah, certainly am. Just looking to see who we're going to be playing next week, and you never know, Waratahs could kick a goal here and come back as they did last week, so we'll see how we go. Yeah,
so they won the first clearance, got it down into their forward line, smothered out there, and now a quick kick out of defence by Brady, and Palmerston bring it outside of defensive 50 as the ball spills forward in the marking contest. And now Waratah again gets the ball in her hands, kicks down towards full forward, but it's chopped off nicely again by Brady for Palmerston. And she this time goes down the ground again, and there's Waratah players involved. Hannah Wilson just couldn't quite take the mark, but there's a free kick being found, and it's going to be Wilson who will take that free kick. A bit confused about which way she should go at the moment, but she'll take the free kick about 50 metres out from goal, chips it down towards full forward, but again it's Charlie Brady who's read that one best and takes a nice intercept mark, and now switches more to the grandstand side of the ground this time, and well controlled down there by Amberin, who hooks the ball out of defence, and Tars working onto it into some numbers. A hand pass across from Zali Adams. Oh, met high there by Tashani Graham.
No malice in
that.
Yeah.
No, I think she just got a bit low and got caught high. And that's an unfortunate incident down there. But
Chloe Lowe's been one of their better. Sarah Lowe, sorry, been one of their better contributors. Started in the middle and into defence. So
yeah, I think she's going to come off the ground here. So she'll be replaced, and Kira Zarafa is lurking there, and she'll take the free kick instead. She'll kick long as she normally does, and the ball slips over the back, and now a chance for Tars. Zali Adams running onto it, but she gets the ball stolen off her, and kick out of defence. And Graham advances the ball around the wing. Mark almost taken there. Good work coming through. The pack of players was Lapira, but unfortunately she got held with the ball and it spilled out, and the free kick's been paid. So it's Bryant with the kick forward, looking there for Rankins, who got her hands to the ball but couldn't take the mark. And Waratah McCoy just a bit overzealous with the tackle, I think, and free kick's been paid to Bonnie Peacock. Peacock kicks the ball around the grandstand wing, slips over the back, and now Palmerston players with a chance, but it's Tashani Graham. Once again, cleverly brings the ball out of defence, but kick's chopped off by Riley Lapira here, and she's looking to move the ball quickly straight down the corridor. Coming across there was Puran Tatameri for Palmerston, but couldn't control the ball, and Tars advance it down to half forward, and now they get some numbers around the ball and an opportunity if they can get it out into some space, but it's Palmerston who are working it out of defence through Gonanon. She's still involved, paddles it forward, and now McCoy gets a kick forward. Mark not held there by Pettit Holmes, and the ball spills out towards the grandstand side again. Pettit Holmes involved again with some strong body work. And Tars just trying to get it into some space and work it out, but they're being wrapped up pretty effectively by the Palmerston players. Now an opportunity with the ball in some space. Advantage isn't going to be paid, and Hannah Wilson will take the free kick between centre and wing on towards the grandstand side of the ground. So Wilson now chips the ball along and slapped back inboard to the corridor. A quick hand pass forward, but Palmerston defenders are there, and Renee Nichols does well and clears the ball out of into the centre of the ground. Good use of the body by Talia Bell. But then got her hand pass forward and got as she was tackled, and Tars with their hands on the ball, but just can't get it into some space and get it moving freely. That's excellent use of the hands by Charlie Brady there to get it out to Renee Nichols, and she runs forward and then kicks the ball forward to half forward, and some strong body work down there by Latoya McCoy, got rid of her opponent. But again, Tars working hard in defence. A quick kick forward by McAllister, and now the ball's out in some space, and Lily Tastel is going to be first there. She tries to tow it off the ground initially, now picks it up, goes back inboard on the left foot, and again she's got some players in some space if they can get their hands on the ball. Badalozzo just took possession and then had it, was just the ball dislodged from her hands, but now an opportunity, or just running over the ball, but now Badalozzo kicks high. Here's a chance. Zarafa's involved as she gets her hands to the ball. Tries to pick up now on the ground. She's got a couple of opponents around her, but she's going to win the free kick, I think, for being held without it.
And a quick play on.
Yeah, plays on quickly, kicks long towards goal. The kick looks pretty good. It's going all the way. It's going all the way through. So that's what we've been looking for from Zarafa when she gets into that forward line. We know she's a long penetrating kick. She took full advantage of the free kick, played on quickly, and a great finish, Leith.
It certainly was. Definitely what Waratahs are looking for. Now they just need to win this centre clearance and hopefully get in the same area for her and see how she goes.
Yeah, so they've got that goal a couple of times, but just haven't been able to back it up with the next one, and that's absolutely what they need now as we're about 8.5 minutes left in the game. We're 6.5 minutes into this final quarter here, and Tars have got the first goal for the quarter on the board. The hit-out's won there by Wilson for Tars as they look to clear the ball out of there again, but they'll get a free kick here and an opportunity to go forward through Bronte Zarafa. Zarafa kicks just half smothered by the player on the mark there.
They're on here again.
They are, as the quick hand pass comes out and a long kick towards goal, right down to the goal square, but strong defensive work. Play on's the call as the mark was claimed, and there's a wrestle on the ground now. The umpire's letting it go, and eventually it's a ball up. So, yeah, probably going on a bit unlucky in defence not to be paid that mark, but the Waratahs players were aware, played to the umpire's call, and forced a stoppage. Zarafa involved again, picks up, she's tackled, but has to hand pass forward this time as pack of players around the ground as Tashani Graham.
Well, that might be deliberate. Yes.
Yeah, so she hand passed out in front of herself initially and then just kicked it off the ground and straight over the boundary line. So just feels like Waratah are coming at this stage as Matalazzo takes the free kick deep in that forward pocket. She kicks high right to the goal square. Zarafa's back there. The ball spills forward from the marking contest. The kick doesn't cover much distance. It's picked up and a quick kick towards goal by Stephanie Marshall, but unfortunately it was offline. Unfortunately for Tars, it was offline and just through for a behind only. So they certainly are coming. They're giving themselves plenty of opportunities, but just need goals on the board at this stage as Tastula's involved again. Swings back on the left foot. The mark taken there. It's not paid, and play on's the call, but Palmerston bring it out. Tars are set up behind the ball here, and it was Kalakis who was tackled without possession of the ball. She now moves the ball down towards half forward. Puruntatameri cuts across and now swings back inside, but gets smothered, and Tars an opportunity again. It's picked up by Matalazzo, who kicks long in towards full forward. Zarafa again in the marking contest, which slips over the back, and Peacock involved as well, just trying to force the ball forward. It spills out now. Here's an opportunity. The kick towards goal by Cox, but that's just slipped across the face of goal and bounced out of bounds in the right forward pocket. So a boundary throw in again, and the Palmerston defenders under all sorts of pressure at the moment.
Well, certainly living down in the Waratah's forward line, so they've just got to get this through the big sticks and there'll be a game on their hands.
So from this boundary throw in, the ball's over the back, and a nice clearing kick from Nichols for Palmerston down towards half back. But there's a Waratah free kick here. It's going to go the way of Sian Murphy, and again she'll thump the ball back into the Waratah forward line, straight down the middle of the ground. Ball slips out the back and nicely chopped off down there by Charlie Brady.
Rafa has the ball again.
Wow, so Rafa with the free kick, wasting no time. She kicks towards goal. It looks pretty good again. It is good, and yeah, just a bit of lack of concentration from the Palmerston defenders there. There was no one on the mark, and allowed Zarafa to play on straight away, and she's thumped it through. So Tars have kicked the only 2 goals of the quarter, and they're really closing that margin now. It's back to 8 points. You can hear the crowd getting into it out there, and all the running with Waratah at this stage, and Palmerston really need to dig in to try and hold on to the lead that they've got. So coming up to the 11-minute mark of this this final quarter means there's 4 minutes to play. Yeah, there's again, Waratah's not organised in the setup to recommence, and so it's a Palmerston free kick, and Puruntatameri takes advantage of the free player on the wing out here. Alviani, and she marks and now kicks long towards half forward. Looked to be a push down there, but play on's the call, and incorrect disposal as Sarah Lay was caught with the ball by Ella Byatt, and Byatt just steadying things down at centre half forward for Palmerston now. She chips the ball down, looking for tall timber down there, but strong in defence, and the ball was thumped away from Pettit Holmes, and now Tars got some numbers if they can just get their hands on the ball and pick it up. The hand pass comes back inside. They're under some pressure now, and working over the ball there is Lapira, but
Sarah Lay's in there again.
And we get the free kick, I think, for a high tackle. So it looks like she's she's feeling the effects again of that high tackle, but really needs to move the ball on quickly for Tars. They need to get scores on the board. There's a nice mark taken by Tastula down here at half-back for Waratah. She chips the ball around the grandstand side. Oh, terrific work by Nichols in there. Just trapped the ball and then hand pass forward, but unfortunately gave away a free kick in her second effort. And Matalazzo will take that free kick, kicks long down the wing. Mark's almost taken there by Zali Adams, but she's got the ball in front of her now, picks it up on the run, and oh, unfortunately The kick's off the side of the boot and out of bounds on the full, and that'll relieve the pressure for the Palmerston defenders as Charlie Brady comes across to take this free kick. She's looking to bring the ball inboard, but that one's been intercept marked by Hannah Wilson. Wilson's got some players free inside 50 if she can get the ball down there. And Isabella Cox got her hands to the ball, couldn't take the mark. It spills out into some space now. Working over it is Ridley. Oh, the hand pass just missed the target. And Palmerston looking to run the ball out of defence. It's kicked off the ground by Nichols again. Oh, a strong tackle on the play. Play on's the call. Nichols comes in to help. No, it was Byatt who came in to help, but couldn't pick it up cleanly. Zarafa's got the ball now at half forward. She runs past one player, kicks inside forward 50. But Palmerston defence working hard, get the kick out, but only as far here as Zali Adams, who got crunched in the tackle by Puran Tatameri. She just didn't know she was there, and she's penalised for holding the ball, and that's fair enough. Puran Tatameri laid a good tackle there and now kicks the ball out of defence, and Tars again working hard over the ball, just trying to get their hands on it, get it forward. They do they eventually get the hand pass inboard. Lapira, her kick smothered and spills out. Here's an opportunity in defence for Ambiram for Palmerston to try and get forward, but it's picked up and kicked forward, and now Tars again the opportunity through Matarazzo. Kicks inside forward 50, the ball's trapped down there. Puran Tatameri gets a quick kick onto it. It's Matalozzo again involved in the contest there. Hannah Wilson reaches in and picks it up. Hand pass comes out into some space, but Palmerston trap it again. Now it's out into the open, and Lapira just overruns it down there. It's picked up by Tasturla, who kicks inside forward 50, but again Palmerston strong in defence, and it's thumped out down towards the centre of the ground. Tarza set up behind the ball as McAllister picks up and drives it back into the forward 50. Zarafa takes the mark, runs straight around her opponent on the mark, kicks long towards goal, and it's going across the face and through for a behind only. So
I think that'll be all she wrote.
I think it will as the siren goes. So as it turns out, even a goal there wouldn't have got the job done for them, but gee, they fought hard in that last quarter, Leith, and Palmerston just able to hang on, but that's all they have to do to get another crack next week in the grand final.
Certainly was. I don't think the score reflects how good of a game it was, but yeah, definitely the ball lived down in Waratah's forward half. If they could put it through, they would have definitely given it a shake. Yeah, they had it camped in their forward line in that last quarter, and yeah, Palmerston just I don't know if they ran out of legs or Waratah just lifted, but it was a great finish to the game. It was a good contest all night, and Palmerston, with the advantage of that early lead that they built up, have been able to hang on, and they advance to next week's grand final against Southern Districts, which will be played on Friday night again. So I look forward to bringing you that again, and wish you all the best in that game, Leith. No worries, thank you, Stu.
So thanks for viewing. Stay tuned for the under-18 boys, which will be coming up shortly.